Alright. Thank you for watching. Alright. Here are my thoughts about something. Kent Hovind considers himself a Baptist preacher. And he, a creation science evangelist is another thing he would call himself. By that means his specialty, or what he usually talks about, is the scientific evidence that this world must have been created. And he sees evidence that backs up the Bible's timeline and the Bible's explanation of things. I find him an entertaining speaker. I would recommend people watch him for the scientific aspects of what he talks about, because he does good science. In general, he does say the Bible is true. Got to appreciate that about him. I don't recommend you watch him to get your theology, because he's got some things wrong. Some things are just clearly in the Bible. But I would also recommend you do not get your theology from Kent Hovind, because he does not believe all that God has revealed. One subject you should not go to Kent Hovind for is to learn about Mormonism. He's never been one of us. So, like I was just talking about a minute ago in the previous video I recorded, if somebody never was a part of a group, they're less likely to have all the details straight and accurate about that group, or that a person that, you know, they hang out with. I have cataloged 3 inaccuracies that I have heard and seen Kent Hovind make on videos that were put on YouTube about the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, aka Mormonism. And I talked to Kent Hovind last week, because I was thinking it would be nice if I pointed these things out in a video where he could explain himself, or debate with me and say, no, I didn't get that wrong. You Mormon, you don't know your own religion. Here's the proof, or whatever. But he did not seem eager to make such a video, and I've got this topic weighing heavily on me. So here goes. Fact 1. Kent Hovind has pointed out that he's had conversations with Mormons where he said, so, you believe God is having sex with all of his wives each time somebody, an earthling, a human couple, makes a baby, makes a physical body, that God made a spiritual body with one of his many wives. But he's got us wrong on that one. When I talked to Kent on the phone, I did get a chance to tell him about these things that he got wrong, and he said he wasn't under that impression. In the quote, in the comment I saw him make on the internet, he seemed to be under that misimpression. But maybe he wasn't clear in that comment I saw on the internet. But Mormonism, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, does not teach that Heavenly Father is creating a spirit body to go into the physical body at the exact moment that the humans, the mortals, are making the physical body. Our spirits have already been created before this world was created. Let's see, so there's one thing that he got wrong. And yeah, I guess I've talked about that subject enough. Kent Hovind did say he's under the impression we believe Father in heaven has thousands of wives. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints does not have a position, does not believe God has revealed to us if he has a wife, although it's really good guess he does. Or how many? Is he a polygamist or a monogamist? There are some things God doesn't need to tell us. And that's the Mormon position on some things, is God didn't tell us. We don't have to answer every question that everybody throws at us. And God doesn't have to answer every question everybody throws at us. All right. 2. Kent Hovind has said that Mormons believe we have to have our temple garments on constantly, to the point where a good Mormon is supposed to take a shower with half of their body in the shower, getting cleaned off, the other half of the body with the temple garment on, and then switch sides so they're always wearing the garment. That's not her position or teaching. I called them temple garments. Kent wanted to call them holy underwear. Thank you for being polite on that one, Kent. There are rude terms that some people use to describe the clothing, and Kent did not use that rude terminology in the conversation I had with him on the phone. He used a polite terminology. So thank you again, Kent. But Mormons do believe God does not mind. It's completely okay for us to take our temple garments all the way off when we are bathing and making love with our spouse and getting surgery. I had hernia surgery two years ago. I had no temple garments on when I was getting my hernia fixed. I was completely naked except for whatever blankets the hospital put on me after I got laid down on the operating table. To some degree, we believe it's alright if we have our garments off during some physical activities, although we are supposed to try to find a chance to put them on. You know, there are some sports where the uniform for the sport is shorter than the temple garments. And we see it as not a problem if, you know, somebody is not wearing their temple garments in a situation like that. Okay, so Kent texted me back that he talked to 6 people that told him that was true. Maybe that happened. I've got some guesses on how Kent might have talked with Mormons who did not give him accurate information. So, maybe he was talking to missionaries at the end of the day who were tired and frustrated with people not wanting to talk to them, or already talking to other people who did not want to listen to them but wanted to tell the Mormons what they believed. That's very frustrating and rude and angering if, you know, you come up to me and accuse me of not knowing my own religion and tell me what I believe. So that's one scenario. Maybe they thought he was joking. You know, or maybe they saw that he wasn't taking the issue seriously and really, or if they thought he wasn't taking it seriously and really listening. And just, you know, shrugged it off, or yeah, okay, whatever, yeah. Maybe they thought Kent was one of those buttheads. Yeah, you're a butthead if you are going to tell me what I believe, and not give me a chance to tell you what I believe. But those people are out there. They don't want to listen to you. They think they know more about what you believe than you know about your own beliefs. So I was not there when Kent talked to people who told him that he was correct about these misunderstandings. So I'm not saying this is definitely what Kent did, but this maybe is what happened. It's possible Kent, that the people he was talking with had the impression that he was one of those people that was going to tell them what they believed and not listen to them. And they just, you know, why waste your time arguing with somebody who's not even going to listen, and yeah, until he left. Maybe. Number 3 that he got wrong. Mormon Doctrine by Bruce R. McConkie. Kent Hovind said it is Mormon doctrine, lowercase d. In other words, the actual doctrine of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It never has been. The book Mormon Doctrine by Bruce R. McConkie was controversial from day one because the title implies it is the church's book, teaching officially what the church says about things. But it was one man who wrote his opinion on things, and that first edition of Mormon Doctrine had things wrong. It was controversial from day one because Mormons looked at it and said, that's not, I'm not saying the book is pure 100% and not what we believe, but there were things in it from day one that are not what we believe, that were just Bruce R. McConkie's opinion. So Mormon Doctrine is, the book Mormon Doctrine by Bruce R. McConkie is not Mormon Doctrine. It is not a legitimate source of information for you to go to find out what your Mormon neighbor believes. Want to find out what your Mormon neighbor believes? Ask him. Ask her. Ask them. If you don't have time to ask them because you're busy or they work nights and you work days, read the scriptures to understand what we believe. There are official lesson manuals, one called Gospel Principles, that outlines what the official teachings of the church are. So, one last thought. Kent Hovind is really certain that Joseph Smith was a false prophet and a bad guy. But maybe Kent should think about the verse in the Bible that says, by what measure ye mete, it will be meted out to you, when Jesus warns about improper judgments. If I were to use the same standard to measure Joseph Smith, and to measure Kent Hovind that Kent Hovind uses on Joseph Smith, I would have to denounce Kent Hovind as a very evil man because Theodore says so. And Kent Hovind got locked up in prison. One of the proofs that some anti-Mormons use about Joseph Smith is he was not a stranger to a jail cell. And he had to go to court a few times. Wow. So that means if you know somebody who's been to court or been convicted, then that person is a really bad person if you're going to be consistent in your standards. Thank you for watching this. You have a good day. And maybe I'll take this video down if Kent Hovind calls me back and we do something like a Google Hangout where we or talk over Skype and record it to put on the internet. Have a good day.